Sunday the 10th of December, and I want to talk about a few things that are on my mind at the moment, and I think should be on everyone else's mind, and people should unite against. Well, firstly, the chemtrailing that I was talking about yesterday. We've had quite a bit of snow, and this was predicted in an advert, actually. I think it was a Sainsbury's advert, but it depicted a scene where the family gets cut off, they have to cook by candlelight and this, that and the other, and there's a big rescue operation that's launched, and the family was totally unaware, and it was just a blanket of white snow. So kind of a predictive programming thing going on there, bearing in mind we haven't had any sufficient snow for quite some years, but this does go in cycles, of course. But what I want to really talk about, which is on my mind at the moment, is the whole Israel and Palestine situation that Donald Trump has stirred up beyond any sort of, doubt. You got Nikki Haley, the Defense Secretary or whatever she is, saying that the US won't be talked down to by countries that have no credibility. So what we're saying, that America's the only country with any credibility that can go and invade other people's countries, of course, and we're not allowed to say anything about it. We don't care what you think. We made our decision, and she said, based on current reality. Now, the current reality of that situation was, of course, that no agreement had been made between Israel and Palestine, and of course old Benjamin bloody Netanyahu, the racist, disgusting Zionist, has jumped on the bandwagon, of course. Oh, this is great, this is a point in history, well, of course he's going to say that, because all goes in his favour. But the Palestinian people are being currently, switch on Russia Today and you'll see this, and Al Jazeera obviously, but the Palestinians are currently being hit with tear gas, what are they, stun grenades, so sound bombs. Israelis are using horseback extreme violence against citizens, which I've witnessed myself on the television, and it's just disgusting. And then America talks about Russia. Quick snowplow. You don't usually see one of them. Talks about Russia getting involved in its affairs and its democracy and its business, and America won't tolerate that. But look what it's just done. Donald Trump has just intervened in a 70-year-old war. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place. I have got a sore back. He's just intervened in a 70-year-old war, and he keeps doing this. 666, 666. It is time for America to recognize Jerusalem as the state of Israel. Yeah, we're all watching you. Yeah, we know what's going on. All of the countries of the UN, bar one, obviously the US, have disagreed with this decision. They call it a destabilization. It's going to only further terrorist activity, which we're meant to be combating, allegedly, even though all terrorism is actually funded and controlled by the West as a tool to destabilise people's countries and overthrow countries' leaders that they don't see fit or don't go along with what the people that control the West from behind the curtain, that doesn't go along with what they want. That's when we start naming countries and saying, they're persecuting their own people, committing crimes against humanity. Just look at Myanmar for crimes against humanity. Just look at Palestine, poor Palestinians for crimes against humanity. So on one hand, one day, you know, Haley is like, oh, you know, we can't have people meddling in our elections. We can't have people getting involved with, you know, our democracy. We won't allow it. You know, this is an act of an aggression by Russia. This is a pure act of aggression by America intervening in someone else's politics, argument. The UN was working towards a two-state solution. So they were going to keep Jerusalem as a separate entity and then have access via, you know, a two-state sort of split, if you like. So Palestinians and Israelis would benefit. Of course, Donald Trump saying, oh, it's no, Jerusalem's a state of Israel, just basically shat all over that. Although I do see a glimmer of hope, because obviously all the other countries in the UN, in the EU even Saudi Arabia, meant to be a ally of America, has gone against this. So important times in the world, and just thought I'd try and get some support for our Palestinian friends and some anger and disgust at Donald Trump, the war criminal. Namaste, enjoy the snow, enjoy Christmas. Bye.